If you want to attract more positive, high vibrational people into your life, here are 5 things to stop doing right now. So the first habit that we get to break is negative self-talk, putting ourselves down, being our own worst enemy. If you want people to be kind to you, to be nice to you, you got to set an example of how you want to be treated, right? How you expect to be treated, how you assume, law of assumption, that you want the universe to treat you. Even if you might be in the habit of putting yourself down, speaking negatively about yourself, if you've been raised to think that it's somehow modest or humble to be your own biggest critic, when it's actually a sort of defense mechanism for insecurity most often, this is your sign to break that pattern. I'm not saying you need to suddenly become arrogant, but having more self-respect, speaking with grace, with kindness, with compassion about yourself sets the tone of the energy that you're radiating out into the universe. The second habit that you need to let go of in order to attract more high vibe positive people is to let go of the habit of gossiping and bitching about people. Now, I know this can be challenging because some of our friendships may be formed entirely on those types of conversations. So next time you're in a situation where, a big bitch gossip sesh is about to happen, you don't have to partake in it. You don't have to add fuel to the fire. Change the subject when it's appropriate to do so, or even move the conversation about this person to one where you're finding compassion for them. You're finding empathy for the fact that, wow, it must be really tough to be going through what they're going through, or, they did have a lot of challenges in their life, so that's probably what has caused them to treat others in this way. So in that way, even when you're talking about other people, you can start to spread the energy of having kindness, understanding, compassion, and empathy for other people. Remember, we don't attract and manifest what we want. We attract what we radiate, what we are. So if you wished that other people could have a bit of empathy for who you are because of the life that you've grown through, then that's exactly the kind of treatment and behavior to start practicing yourself. Just got a free coffee. And while I'm enjoying this free coffee, I'd like to invite you to my free 3-day manifestation challenge, which is coming up soon. All the details about it are in the description below. Now, another thing that's really key to being able to attract an entirely next level quality of people into your life is letting go of the past. And when I say that, I don't mean forget the bad experiences that you've had. I mean, don't let your past create the story for your future as well. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but if you've had a pattern of toxic relationships, if you've had people break your trust, the natural thing for our brains to do is create a future story where we expect people to betray us. We expect people to be toxic. We almost magnetize towards or are attracted to toxic relationships, usually because there's a deeper unresolved issue or story that we are still yet to heal from. So if you do feel like you have been in a toxic pattern of attracting or being attracted to the wrong uns, the wrong type of people, then find the courage. I know you can find it and I know you can do it. Find the courage to do things to help you heal. So I have a 6-week coaching program where I support people and guide people through that process, doing things like letting go of past resentments, because there is no health benefit or future benefit to you holding on to that resentment within your body, within your energy. So letting go of grudges, bitterness and hate. We're holding on to them in some kind of attempt to punish the person, but actually the only person receiving the punishment is you. Practice forgiveness. There's a powerful ancient Hawaiian mantra, the Ho'oponopono technique. In English it goes, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You can say that to yourself, but you can say that in your mind in the direction of that person. You can say it to people who have hurt or harmed you, because remember that the real key here is to liberate yourself from the pain. The painful experience happened. It does not need to continue happening over and over again, and it does not need to continue to eat away at you and hurt you more and more. And just while I was recording that, the most beautiful woman came up to me with a big smile on her face and said, "Are you recording content? Amazing, God bless." When you're in the process of creating this new line of attraction, you can use powerful affirmations that help you to feel safe and help you to affirm the new story at the same time. For example, you could say things like, there are beautiful, good people in this world, and I am constantly attracting all the best human beings into my life. It is safe for me to open my heart to new, healthy, wholesome relationships. It is safe for me to make new friends. There are so many good people in this universe, and I am attracting them. I am calling in positive, supportive, open-minded, kind individuals into my life. The next habit that it is safe for you to let go of, and I'm giving you the permission that you don't need me to give you, is to stop being a people pleaser. As a recovering people pleaser myself, who has definitely spent a lot of her life doing things that she didn't actually want to do out of guilt of upsetting other people or out of trying to make other people happy, I think I had a turning point when I reached the age of 30, and I just thought to myself, I can make my own decisions now. I can be my own woman. I don't want to waste any more time doing anything that isn't all about making me happy. The biggest fear that people pleasers often have is that they don't want to come across as selfish. Then it feeds into this sort of desire to be liked by everyone as well, which I think is connected to being a people pleaser. You want to make everyone happy, you want everyone to like you. If you've been a people pleaser for a while, you've probably realized that it's impossible. It's impossible to get everyone to like you. It's impossible to please everyone. But every day that we choose to prioritize how we spend our life for the best interests of other people's approval, what kind of message is that we're putting out there to the universe? What kind of message are we saying to ourselves when we reject how we feel every day? We reject what's important to us every day. We deny ourselves the self-respect. We're the ones living our life. Often we build up a lot of fear when we decide to let go of any of these habits, and we make it and we build it up into something where we fear that the worst case scenario, and we think it's going to be much harder and much worse than it actually is. I did that. I sort of built it up in my mind that loads of people were going to notice or disapprove or be unhappy with me. But what actually happened was that nobody had a problem with me choosing my own happiness. Maybe temporarily sort of shook things up for a couple of people. What I've discovered is that now that I am doing what makes me happy on a day-to-day basis, and how I choose to spend my time, and what I choose to say yes to and what I choose to say no to, I'm much happier. And the people around me then get a much happier version of me. So I'm more pleasant to be around. It also means that my energy, I feel like I'm much less drained, I'm much less burnt out, and I'm much more inspired and fulfilled and balanced and happy. So it's like I've raised my vibration massively since I've started saying no to the things that I want to say no to. If somebody else calls you selfish for putting yourself first and doing what you want to do with your own life, I mean, they're the ones being selfish, right? Because they're the ones who are saying, hey, I want you to do what I want you to do with your life. I mean, hello, talk about projection. The only person being selfish in that situation is that person. So if you have had someone try and control you and try and make you do something with your life and make you feel selfish for wanting to do the things that you want to do with your life, the only person selfish in that equation is them. And it's time for you to align yourself to who you truly are. Align yourself to what makes you happy. Align yourself to living your life on purpose. There's nothing selfish about that. The fifth habit that we get to let go of in order to attract better people into our lives is to build the new habit of choosing to feel happy more of the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not coming at you here with some kind of toxic positivity saying just get over it, just be happy, it's fine, because when we're going through a season in our life where maybe we need to take that time to process and release a sad emotion, we need to grieve, we need to heal. I'm the first person to say honor that and take the time to do that, and definitely don't just suppress it. But sometimes I find myself on a day-to-day basis, moment by moment, just, doing the small mundane things, as I start to ask myself, could I feel even happier than I'm feeling right now, just here in this moment, for no particular reason, just because there is the choice to find a way to feel joy or to feel love or to feel appreciation right now. And I think for quite a few years I forgot how to do that. I think for quite a few years I was chasing happiness. I was thinking I'll be happy when I've hit this milestone or when I achieve this big thing. And that's a really sad way to live life, because those big moments, they happen, but they're not every minute of every day. You'll experience one big milestone in 6 months or in 3 years. Do you know what I mean? I sort of thought that that amount of happiness was only reserved for the big moments. I recently had a change of mind and I thought to myself, I can be happy just because I can just choose to activate happiness. And for me, the easiest way to do it is as soon as I actually physically smile with my face muscles, as soon as I smile, apparently that does actually send out like chemicals into your brain. And as soon as you smile, it's almost like you associate the smile with happiness, and it just creates this positive upward spiral of feel-good hormones and feel-good thoughts and feel-good energy. So that's something I've been doing, getting ready for bed, when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm making a cup of tea, when I'm sat on my laptop, when I'm going for a walk in the park. As often as I can, I'm intentionally choosing, making the choice to feel as happy as I can right now. Because if there's anything or anyone that can rob us of joy the most, it's ourselves. So on the journey to all the amazing things that you are manifesting and all the amazing people that you are attracting into your life, don't forget that you can choose to be happy just for the sake of it in this moment, right here, right now. Fast forward to the end of your life, when you're going to look back on all the years of your life. Most of the days will blur, right? Most of the years will blur. You won't vividly remember what happened on what day or in what year. But what will you remember? You'll remember the dominant feelings of how you felt about that chapter in your life. You'll remember how different times in your life, when you were living here or you're doing this or you're doing that, you'll be able to remember how they made you feel. And so I want to be able to look back on my life feeling like I didn't waste it. And that used to mean, oh, I don't want to waste my life, I need to achieve. But now my definition of wasting life is different. My new definition of wasting life is not appreciating and enjoying the moment that I can appreciate. If there's a moment where I have the opportunity and the possibility to appreciate it and love it and feel happy in it, and I'm not, that's a waste. That's a waste of life. That, I believe, is the highest form of spiritual awakening, is practicing happiness, love, and joy. That's what creates a happy life. That's what also raises our vibration, makes life feel more flowy, more miraculous, allows more great things to manifest into our life. But it also means that wherever you are, and wherever you are in relationship to the things you want to manifest, at least you felt as good as you could for all of it. By the way, I'm going to be doing my first ever 3-day manifestation challenge, where I'll be guiding you for 3 days to help you to have shifts in your energy, in your belief of what's possible, to help you to raise your vibration, connect with amazing positive people, and understand manifestation on an entirely new level. And this manifestation challenge is completely free, so if you'd like to join us for it, I'll put the link down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and feel free also to share it with someone who might enjoy it as well. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye!